Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode of my Offgrid series. In this series I'm going to take my old playground that my parents built for me when I was a kid, and I'm going to transform it into an off-grid shed powered by solar power, perhaps even a wind turbine if I can manage to find a suitable generator for it. And it will be heated by a geothermal heat pump that I have already made and it's already working. I'm going to explain that better in another video. It's going to have double glazed windows. Here are the materials for them. It's going to have a homemade PWM solar charge controller, stereo system, LED lighting, and what else? I don't know. Maybe you could drop in a comment and suggest something I should add, perhaps. So yeah, this playground thing is not very big. It's about 2 meters by 1.5 meters by 1.6 meters in height. It's not very high. It's got this window here, which has single pane plexiglass, and the plexiglass is all dirty. It has this window on the back, and there's a wall behind it. And then a window at the front, and you can see the other solar panel that is not yet here, that is not yet connected. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then it has this sort of hatch to which a tent was connected back when I was a kid, and the tent got broken, so now it's useless and it's all leaky now. I can pass my hand through and you can see the daylight here and also down there. Then it has the door, doesn't close properly anymore. There is a gap here when it's closed. You can't, you see, I can pass my finger and it doesn't move. Then it's all a bit rotten down here because it hasn't been used since a while. The electricals are not very pretty. I did the, sorry for the, I can't. I did the electricals. It's I think a 25 watt 12 volt light bulb. Yeah, 25 watts. When I was like 6 or 7, and it's powered by 12 volts, obviously. There was a battery in here long ago. I used to put the battery in and then use it for a while and then get the battery upstairs to recharge it. And I used telephone wire, which is not really appropriate, as you may recognize. And it works, but there are these kind of junctions made with the sticky tape, and they're horrible. Then I added here a while ago, I think like beginning of this summer, I added the searcher controller to power an outdoor light that is here, this light, automatically. And then I added also this sealed lead acid battery, 7 amp hours, 12 volts, and I connected it to the existing system of the shed. And it works. The solar charge controller is horrible, 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 horrible. Never buy it. It's horrible. Have I already said that it's horrible? Really, don't buy it. It's junk. It charges at, I don't know, really slowly, and then after like 10 or 15 seconds it stops charging for I don't know what reason, and it stops charging, then it doesn't regulate voltage properly, it lets the battery rise up to alarming voltages like 16.5 volts or even above if the battery is really charged. This ruined this battery. This battery was kind of old, but not very. I got it from an UPS, and it worked fine. Then I put it here. This thing boils the battery because it doesn't have proper regulation. I don't know if my charge controller is defective or it's just the model that is junk, but don't buy it regardless. And hence why I have bought this PWM controller kit, and I hope that via the voltage reference pin I can transform it into a charge controller, homemade one. And it has an SG, sorry for the focus, can't really focus, oops, I can't really focus the SG3525 PWM controller on it, and I think I can turn it into a pretty nice solar charge controller. Then what else? Since this thing is a piece of junk, I'm now charging the battery with an iMax P6 charger from the grid, and I also have an extension cord running from the other house, from the real house. I mean, charging my phone because I forgot to charge it, and running the air heat pump, which is not currently running yet, and also running the B6 charger. I'm going to explain about the geothermal heat pump that I made in a later video that will be uploaded the same day I upload this one, so you don't have to wait. But let's go outside and just show you what is outside. So here we have the 10-watt solar panel that is currently connected to the junk charge controller. Here is the refrigerant line going underground for the geothermal heat exchanger, and the outdoor light that I mentioned earlier, and another solar panel which is much bigger than the old one. It's an amorphous one. Here it is, and let's see. Oh, it's the up. Sorry, there we go. It's a 67.5 watts. 46.7 volts, because amorphous panels usually have this unusually high voltage, and that means that you get to get the highest power you need to have an MPPT controller, and I'm working on that too. Perhaps I'll make a homemade MPPT controller with an Arduino. Perhaps I'll just buy a new one. Short circuit current is 2.33 amps, which means that if I connect it directly to the battery or via PWM controller, it would generate only 24 watts, 12 times 2. And I got it for free. Not really for free, because I had to pay €2.40 for the train to go and get it. And it was described as having 50% of its usable power left. But in reality, it's much better. I just tested it, and it produces 42 volts at 2.8 amps, which means that it really isn't so bad. So for €2.40 of train ticket, I mean, it's just good. So this. Oh, also I forgot to mention, this is going to be left here. I'm going to take out all the junk that it is left, that is still in there. I'm going to fix the middle floor because it has collapsed, and I'm going to turn it into a battery box. I'm going to put a new battery in here, and put a control panel in here with the stereo system and everything, and use it as storage in the drawer thing. So this is going to stay. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to get the new batteries I mentioned earlier. I'm going to tidy up the electricals here. I'm going to put double glass here. I'm going to turn this into a fixed window, since I don't really need it open. And then I'm going to turn this into an openable window. And this will be a challenge, because I don't know how I can design a double glazed window that can open and yet is simple to make. And this will stay as it is because I don't have any more plexiglass, but I think I'll turn it into a double glazed window as well, since it has already this spacer here. And I'm going to talk about double glazing in a later video, so I don't mess up really this one. So this one is just a roadmap of what I'll do later on.